Alright, so next first we're gonna do the coracle brachialis. So you're gonna have to bring the arm up in flexion and then kind of crazy bird it so they're gonna touch their shoulder. And then you're gonna stabilize and pull down. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And bilaterally. Do the same thing again. Bring them up in the crazy bird. Stabilize. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Alright, next we do the biceps brachii. So bring your arm up in a fist like that, but don't bring it to there. And now I'm gonna pull. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Alright, and then we do it bilaterally. Ready? Bring it back up. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Alright, then we're gonna do the anterior deltoid. So I want you to bring your arm up and then flip, supinate it, so flip it up with your palm up. And then stabilize posteriorly and push down. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And we're gonna do it bilaterally. Palm up, bring your arm up. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Alright, then we're gonna do the middle deltoid. So I want you to bring your arm up at 90-90. Stabilize again. Push down at the distal humerus. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Alright, do it bilaterally. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Alright, then we do the posterior deltoid. So I want you to bring your arm back like you're gonna elbow somebody. Push down the brachii. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Alright, gotcha. Bring your arm back like you're gonna elbow somebody. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Alright. Alright, so we test the subscapularis next. So I want you to bring your arm up at 90 degrees and then bring it to your belly button. Alright. And then I'm gonna try to pull you back out and stabilize your elbow. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And we'll do it bilaterally. Alright, bring your arm back up at 90, then bring it to your belly button. Stabilize. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Alright, ready. Alright, the next one we're gonna do is a supraspinatus. So I want you to bring your arm up at 90. Bring your ear to the shoulder with your arm up and look that way. Alright. Stabilize on the opposite shoulder. Push down. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Alright, and then we go the opposite way. Bring your arm up at 90. Alright, bring your ear to your elbow and look that way. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Alright. And then we're also going to do the upper trap. So I want you to bring your shoulder and ear together. Alright, and then I'm going to try to separate them. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then bilaterally, bring your ear to your shoulder. Try to separate them. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Alright, so the next one we're going to do is the middle trap. So you're going to bring your arm out, and they're going to have their thumb up. You're going to stabilize on the opposite shoulder. Yeah, just get off a little bit more. There we go. Alright, ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Alright, relax. You're going to do it bilaterally. Alright, bring your arm up, the thumb up. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, and then we're going to do the lower trap. So bring your arm, same with your thumb up, but bring it up like you do a Superman. Alright. Stabilize. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Alright, and then we'll do it bilaterally. Alright, bring your arm straight up like Superman with your thumbs facing up. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Good. The next muscle we're going to do is the lats. So you're going to have them bring their arm or their shoulder into extension with their pinky up as far as possible. You're going to stabilize and push down. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Alright, you can do it bilaterally. Alright, and then they're going to bring their arm up or into extension with their pinky up. Push down. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The next muscle we're going to do is the teres major. So they're going to act like they're reaching into their back pocket. So you're going to bring their arm up and back. And you make sure it's off their butt. Some people, depending on the flexibility, can't do it. And then you're going to push down. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right. You can do it bilaterally. So you can bring the arm up as much as they can. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right, relax. And then we're going to do the triceps. So they're going to be on the table they're resting their arm on the table. They're going to bring their arm out to about 30 degrees, and you're going to stabilize at the same arm being tested, and then you're going to push down. So I'm going to push you, don't let me break you. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right, relax. And do it bilaterally. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right, and then we're going to do the infraspinatus. So they're going to have their arm at 90, 90, 90. And you're going to push up. You're going to support their elbow. You're going to push down to internal rotation. All right, ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right, relax. Bilaterally. Then bring our arm 90, 90. Support their elbow. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right, relax. All right, so the next one we're going to do is the levator scap and the round boards because they're tested the same way. So I want you to bring your arm back like you can do a push-up. All right, make sure they're enough off the table. Stabilize. Ready? Don't let them break you. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right, relax. And do it bilaterally. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right, relax. All right. So for the pec major, you're going to bring their arm up and have their thumb facing out. And then you can stabilize and pull. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then to test the lower fibers, you're going to have them palm down at a 45-degree angle. Stabilize. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right, relax. And then you do the same thing for the other side. Bring them, their palm towards the body. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then palm down. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. For the pectoralis minor, you're gonna have them shrug their shoulders inward. And you're gonna cross and push them back down. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right, and then for the serratus anterior, you're gonna have them make a fist up in the air and then push forward. So you can stabilize the opposite shoulder and push down. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, and then same thing with the other one. Bring your hand up, push the fist up, stabilize. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right, relax. All right, so the next muscle we're gonna do is the teres minor. So you can have them slightly abducted and bring their arm up at 90. And you're gonna stabilize by the elbow and you're gonna push them inward. All right, don't let me break you. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, relax. Do it bilaterally. Ready, bring your arm up at 90. A little abduction. All right, don't let me bring you inward. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right, relax. All right, so the pectoralis major upper fibers begin on the anterior surface of the clavicle, which is right here, and go down into and it inserts into the greater tubercle of the humerus. And then the lower fibers start on the sternum and go also into the greater tubercle of the humerus. And then pectoralis minor starts on 3, 4, and 5 of your ribs and goes up to your coracoid process. All right, so latissimus dorsi begin on the spinous process of the last thoracic vertebrae and go all the way up into the intertropical groove, which is right about here. All right. Yeah. All right, so the anterior deltoid begins on the anterior border of the clavicle and inserts into the deltoid tuberosity. The middle deltoid starts in the lateral margin of the acromion and inserts into the deltoid tuberosity. And the posterior deltoid begins on the posterior border of the scapula and goes all the way down into the deltoid tuberosity. All right, so the supraspinatus goes from the supraspinatus fossa into the greater tubercle, and the infraspinatus goes from the infraspinatus fossa into the greater tubercle. All right, so the teres major originates on the inferior angle and lateral border of the scapula and goes into the lesser tubercle of the humerus, which you can't palpate. And the teres minor begins on the upper dorsal surface of the lateral border of the scapula and goes into the greater tubercle, which is right there. coracobrachialis begins on the apex of the coracoid process and goes down into the medial portion of the humeral shaft. So next we do the trapezius. So the origin of the upper trap is the external occipital protuberance and the spinous process of the 7 cervical vertebrae, and then the insertion is the upper lateral 1/3 of the clavicle and the acromion process. There. And then the middle is the spinous processes of 1 through 5 of the thoracic vertebrae, and then the insertion is the medial part of the acromion and the spine of the scapula. So we're right about there. And then the lower is the spinous process of 6 through 12 of the thoracic, and it inserts into the lower spine, scapular spine, to right there. All right, so the levator scap originates on the transverse processes of the upper cervical spine and inserts into the medial border of the scapula, right there on her. And then the rhomboids originate on the spinous process of the upper thoracic vertebrae and insert into the medial border of the scapula. So the serratus anterior originates on the outer superior border of the upper 9 ribs and inserts in the costal surface of the medial border of the scapula, so right about here, so here to here. Subscapularis begins at the subscapular fossa, which can't really be palpated, and inserts in the lesser tubercle, which is in here but can't really be palpated. And then the biceps brachii, the short head begins on the coracoid process, which is right about here, and then the long head begins in the supraglenoid tubercle of the scapula, so in the glenoid fossa, and comes down into the radial tuberosity, which is right about there. All right, so the triceps, the origin of the long head is the infraglenoid tubercle of the scapula. The lateral head is the lateral posterior humerus, and the medial head is the distal medial surface of the humerus, and they all come down and insert into the posterior olecranon process.